she asked me about is about, I think she's trying to please me. She said, Stephen, can you tell me your success factor? Can you teach me something? And I said, what I can do well, you cannot do. Fortunately, she's Chinese, right? I said, for reasons. I said, I can speak Chinese, I understand the Chinese culture, but you don't. She's from Vancouver, but she didn't even speak Chinese. And I said, I'll tell you my advantage. It's called East meets West. I'm educated in the West, I understand everything about the West, I know the advantages, I know all the good things about the West, but I also understand the East. There's a big difference between the Oriental philosophy and the Western philosophy, and they all have their wealth. So in Chinese, if you understand the East, there's a lot of things the Western did poorly, and there's a lot of things that the Chinese do poorly. And if you know the best of the whole world, it's a humongous advantage of philosophy. And you deal with a company, it's about leadership. It's about telling them what to do. One of the lessons I learned from the mentor is actually the founder of company older guy, and I thought he was going to be boring. And he said something that was very inspiring to me. He said, Stephen, if you're the CEO, if you know what to do, go do it. Don't bother to ask your employees, just go do it. Because if you know it's the right thing to do, then go do it. Because if you try to run the company by consensus, it will never run. Because you know why? If you have a group of people sitting there and asking for their opinion, you know what? They're not necessarily telling you what they think. They are trying to tell you what you want to hear, or what's the right thing to say. So therefore learn the leadership. So therefore, as a leader, you better understand philosophy, you understand culture. So to me, I got the best of both worlds. I got both the East and the West. So that was.
That's one of the most important success factors.
That's why one of the most important advantage over people.
How about you, Gary?
I think one of the most successful factors in our company is the people, the employees. We often forget about the little guys, and working in corporations in the past, I also take responsibility and being the leader, as Steve mentioned, it's also important for us to recognize the engineers that's involved and behind this. And if you're going to build a company, you want to have the right people and the right key players in like a poker game. No matter how, if you have a deck of 4 aces, no matter how poorly you play, you're going to win no matter what. And I think that's important in any company success. You're going to have the right people. So when you do choose a team, ensure that you are equipped with the right, with the right people, and do your process and interview, and make sure that there is a return for them as well. And I always believe in that. It's not a one-man success here in any company. Being a leader, you want to lead people, and you want people to follow you. Unlike managers, you can manage people and tell people what to do, but at the end of the day, and not inspire what you're telling them, that won't work for you either. So I think it's important for us to recognize that a good, successful company must have good people, good skilled people. Whether they're engineer and accountant, you must have that team, and I always believe in that.
And I also believe that you need to surround yourself with successful people as well, and also good advisors, including bankers, lawyers, accountants, too. They're all important factors to your success too, right?
We can't live without the bankers.
For us, it's been being unafraid of doing things that we have no idea doing. To be honest, when we started this company, we did not come from an STEM background, neither Jean or I. My mother's background is in interior design, and she has her MBA. So we didn't know exactly what we were doing, and just not being afraid of stumbling.